Hey everybody, Mike here with Tri Delta. This afternoon we are going to head over and we're going to take a look at a leaking water heater. When the homeowner described what the issue was, there's a possibility that it might be coming from the temperature pressure relief valve. But we're going to take a look at it, see what's up with what, and go from there. Stay tuned.
Okay, well, better question. What is the life expectancy on a...
Anywhere from 15 to 25.
So, yeah.
You could possibly repair it. Now, yeah, I don't. When I say possibly, I mean the odds are that we can't. But
Okay.
we are getting a lot of water stream coming from the top, so I do think that it's probably coming out from the top of that spigot, or not really. It's not a spigot; it's a dielectric union. But I'm looking at it right here, and it looks wet.
Right.
But with it being so rusted, I'm not 100% sure that I would be able to repair it.
Okay.
Alright guys, so I just got done taking a look at that water heater, and it appears that it's leaking from the dielectric unit where it enters the tank. I asked the homeowner if she wanted to have it repaired. She elected to have the unit replaced, which is my recommendation anyway. That unit was 31 years old, but we're going to replace that unit tomorrow morning. So what's going to be a day for me is going to be a couple of seconds for you. I'll go ahead and we'll get some footage of the water heater replacement and go from there. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so I'm back. We're going to be removing this water heater. We're going to be installing a Ream 40-gallon natural gas unit. First thing I got to do is we got to get this puppy drained. We're going to be replacing this gate valve with a 3/4 inch ball valve. Don't break it. Got the gas line taken off, got the temperature pressure relief tube taken off. We're going to let this thing drain. I've got to go pick up some parts, and we'll be back to get this thing done. Alright guys, this is just a pretty standard installation on a water heater. So what I'm doing now is removing the old humidifier tap. One, these things are no longer allowed by code. Two, the damn thing's in my way. The key to doing this fitting is to not over tighten. It's just a slow. So our vent pipe's a little bit long. I'm gonna have to cut probably about 2 inches off, give or take. You know, we're using 4-inch 26 gauge pipe. It's required by code. Okay, so a quick way to tell if you're drafting good is if you can stick your fingers underneath the draft hood and you're not getting any heat rollout. The heat rollout indicates that you're not drafting well. But we've got a 1/4 inch per foot upward slope, which is what's required by code, and it's drafting like a champ, so no worries here. We ended up putting in a new hose with a new shutoff. They had an old gate valve, so we got to replace that. We used the old temperature pressure relief tube. We are required to be 4 inches off the ground, anywhere from really 1 to 4 inches off the ground. This one sits right at 4 inches. So we're going to call this one good, fellas. I am going to cover with you guys, once I get back out in the truck, I'm going to cover with you guys why I like to use the shark bite fittings and how it's an advantage for the homeowner. So stay tuned for that, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I just got done with that water heater install, and I wanted to touch base with you on why I like to use the shark bite fittings, the research that I did leading me up to using the shark bite fittings, and why I think that they're going to be better for the homeowner in the long run. First and foremost, the research that I did, I went to the website, got all the information that I got, that they had on their site. I talked to quite a few plumbers, talked to the guys at the supply house. Then I went on to YouTube and I saw quite a bit of pressure testing that was going on, and the conclusion that I came up with was these things are going to handle way more pressure if you install them correctly. They're going to handle way more pressure than what a normal household will experience. So taking that into mind, I started using the shark bite fittings for really 2 reasons. One, they're easier for us. They're less time consuming. And 2, they're up to code. I talked to a lot of the local inspectors around, because we have several different jurisdictions that we deal with, and they're all ready to pass these stainless steel corrugated tubes. Now, what they won't pass is the braided flexible tubes, which we tend to stay away from. That being said, how is it better for the homeowner? So let's say that, for example, 10 years down the road, or 8 years, let's just say 8 years, and for some reason the tank started to leak and we needed to swap that thing out. If the homeowner has the capability of doing it safely, doing it properly, then I'm going to make it as easy for them as I possibly can. I want my customer to be able to do what they want to do. If they want to hire me to come out and do it again, then I'm happy about that. If they want to tackle it, I'm happy about that too. Either way, it works out for us, it works out for them. That being said, thanks for watching the video. If you have a comment about the shark bite fittings, please leave it down below, and we'll check you guys out on the next one. Thanks for watching.